Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm John Gray.
And I'm Lydia Colbita, the first of two defendants who admitted to causing the death of a 6-week-old baby in Cohoes has been sentenced.
Anthony Ojeda will spend 20 years in prison. The victim, Eli Ojeda, dying after ingesting meth in 2019.
We're now learning more about how the drugs ended up in the baby's system. News 10 ABC's Zion Dakota has the details.
At Anthony Ojeda's sentencing today, we heard for the first time how exactly he placed crystal meth in the mouth of his 6-week-old baby, Eli, actions for which Ojeda was rebuked by the judge.
He took the baby's pacifier, he put it in a bag of methamphetamine, and for God only knows why, and I can only ascribe absolute evil to it, the defendant then intentionally and knowingly put the pacifier in the baby's mouth.
Cohoes Police Chief Todd Walden says authorities believe the infant was fed the meth on the morning of Tuesday, December 3rd, 2019. According to the judge, this followed a drug and sex-fueled party at Ojeda's residence the weekend prior. Ojeda and his husband, Neil Garzon, were both charged in this case. While on probation, both fled to Mexico. In January 2024, the pair were arrested in Mexico and later extradited to New York. In October, Ojeda pleaded guilty to first-degree manslaughter.
No idea. I have a lot of remorse for everything that has happened. God bless the United States of America.
Despite the defendant visibly trembling, weeping, and moaning, the judge rejected his pleas for mercy, giving Ojeda the maximum sentence for first-degree manslaughter.
This writer asked the defendant what he feels would be a fair sentence, and the defendant replied, "I think the one I'm waiting for is God's sentence. Nothing could be truer. Any sentence this court can mete out will pale in comparison to the sentence that you face before the Almighty. I sentence the defendant to a determinate period of 20 years incarceration in the New York State Department of Corrections, with 5 years post-release supervision." New
Albany County District Attorney Lee Kinlan praised the department's efforts during this 5-year-old case.
The men and women gathered behind me are the definition of dogged determination to make sure that no matter how long it takes, we will seek justice for victims.
I couldn't be more pleased that the judge agreed to do the maximum sentence in this case. That was absolutely what was deserved. But it was mixed feelings because it was troubling, and I heard for the first time his admissions of what he had done to this 6-week-old child.
The one thing that I keep thinking about is that Eli would have been in kindergarten.
In Albany, Zion Dakota, News 10 ABC.
Ojeda's husband, Neil Garzon, scheduled to be sentenced next Friday. He pleaded guilty to endangering the welfare of a child and hindering prosecution for helping Ojeda flee the country.